So this time of the year, I have to ask, what is your gift? First of all, what is a gift? Webster says a gift is something that is given voluntarily without payment in return. In other words, nothing is expected back from you. This time of year, Christmas, we celebrate a birth. A new paradigm is introduced to us at this time. We are given a new way of looking at things. We are given a gift of love. I want you to think back when you were young and think back on a gift that you really wanted. You had to have it. You knew in July you wanted this gift and you kept thinking about it and that's all you wanted. And maybe you were really lucky and you were a good little boy or girl and you got it. You got the gift you always wanted. So my question to you, do you remember what it was? And how long did it really make you happy? You were looking for things from this world and it would never make you happy. I want to ask how you felt at this time of the year, or Christmas time of the year. How did you feel? Did you feel like you were a little bit more forgiving of people? You were a little bit more tolerant? You would let them make some faux pas, so to speak. Not the faux pas on my tie. But you were a little bit more forgiving because you weren't looking at superficial things. You were looking at the true spirit of the season. And when I was growing up, I had some people surrounding me. One of them who was constantly negative and had nothing good to say about anything. And another one that was pretty much positive all the time. Well, between the one that was positive all the time, which was my mother and my brother, they made Christmas survivable. Because you understand that two happy, joyous spirits can overcome an Ebenezer Scrooge. It kind of feeds on itself, the happiness. Have you ever noticed when you go to a church service and you're singing the hymns, how much better you feel? Or when you're with a bunch of people at a party, how much better you feel? It's a feeling that you invoke at this time of the year. And it feels pretty good. But then you think about some of the presents that you've gotten in the past from people. You're all cheery and happy and full of spirit, and somebody goes, "Get the heck out of the way, what's wrong with you?" Or they cut you off in traffic. And immediately we revert back to the old, let's go backwards. So instead of having love, peace, and joy, it's replaced with hate, envy, and fear. These are the two gifts you got. Either have love, or you have people looking for love, and they're only showing it by having fear, hate, and envy. I told a story in one of my speeches a while back about Buddha. The Buddha was given a demonstration, and somebody in the crowd was giving him a bunch of flack. "Oh, you're so full of it. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's so wrong." And he didn't respond to it. And then after he was done presenting and he was walking back to the monastery with one of his learners, the learner said to him, "Master, why didn't you respond to him? Why didn't you speak up when he when he said all those bad things about you. And he said, people give you a gift and you can either accept it or not. So this time of the year, it really becomes your choice. Do you want to accept the gift that people give you, or do you want to give the gift of the season? There's many sayings in the Bible about a happy giver and joyous giving, and it basically boils down to, if you're going to give something, you got to have it in you. And no matter how poor you are, and I've been working with some pretty poor people in the Red Cross, with people that have lost their homes and they've lost everything they had, and yet they found time to help other people because they realized there's more to this life than just the material aspects. When you can see past the material aspects, when you can see into the fact that there's another way of looking at things, I'm not saying to ignore it, but you don't have to focus your attention on it. I want to leave this little saying with you, and it's sort of a prayer. And it says, "Peace to all seeking hearts today. The light has come to offer miracles to bless the tired world. It will find rest for day, for we will offer what we have received." So my question to you becomes, this season and the rest of the year, which gifts will you give?